Hey everyone, this is Borvok bringing you another Ramble review. This one's Teen Titans number 18. They came for Beast Boy's brain, and something about this cover made me need to pick it up. Again, I'd been wanting to look into Teen Titans for a while anyway. Like I said in my previous video, I picked this issue up first, realized it was issue number 18, and I found it. It's actually not until the last page that it tells you it's actually part 2 of a story. Um, but once I got that far into it, once I finished it, I realized I had to go back and do 17 first. So we've got that covered. Let's jump into 18 and see what we think about it. First of all, it starts out with Gar kind of thinking about his past. He's out there hitting the ball, and he's getting attacked by a green monkey, and I guess that's his origin. But this time something unexpected happens. He gets yanked away, and he's saved from the monkey. And he says he almost got me, but his dad says, but he didn't. And I don't think this is the history that we're familiar with Beast Boy. So we jump forward and we see the rest of his life. He's going to the Justice League. He's got a kick me sign on Superman. He's getting some sort of trophy there as a dance, playing football. I don't know. He's still green. I don't know why he's still green if he didn't get hit by the monkey. But he's gonna kiss someone. I don't know. Oh, by the way, this is an outdoor video. I was sitting in the car for a while. It was getting a little hot in there. I decided to, come outside, shoot outside. So hopefully this goes over well. But back to the story. And we find out all of this was VR, and it's thanks to her. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on her name. But she was in the last issue that we read. And she basically helped him kind of relive what his life would have been like if he hadn't, gotten his powers. I think his parents died too, so if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know if they did or not. That's how it happened in Young Justice anyway. It might be totally different here, but they're at their Neverland hideout, the startup company that she works for, that she's trying to get him to do, I don't know, basically social media for. We skip back to the Teen Titans Tower. They had some problems with an attack from future Tim Drake, apparently. Wally and Raven are trying to fix some stuff. They're trying to fix the whatever that ship is. And they're having some personal time too. Apparently something's going on between the two of them. They make that very clear, almost painfully clear in this issue, because we get this and then we get another scene with him later. Damien breaks in. He's his kind of rude, to the point self. He says, "Hey, are you guys finished? I need to use the lab on the ship." The T-Jet, I guess. Of course it's the T-Jet. Why wouldn't it be the T-Jet? So he goes in. He's going to do some research on that chip that was found in the boy's head that ran the school bus off the bridge. And he says it's linked. Is this where he says it? Yeah. A company called Neverland, which we know about this Neverland company. So there's no more insinuation here. We know for a fact, unless this is a different Neverland company, that they're behind this seeming mind control of this kid who drove a school bus off a bridge. They're also sending out these invitations online. They're a small startup company. No one knows their address, but they're sending out these invitations to some sort of a get-together, and Robin says, we're going to go undercover. We're going to go see what this is all about. Cut back to Joran. That's her name. I didn't even read it. It just came back to me. But Joran, she's hanging out with Gar. She's her, regular, real self. She's talking, he's talking about his past. She's talking about her past. She had some trouble. He misses his family. In addition to basically let him relive an alternate life in VR, she also recreated his picture of his family. There we go. And so she's really going hard for this guy. She really wants him on her side, and he's grateful, of course. She says that she had a bad past. Her violent father picked on in school, and so she she got into puppets because those made her feel like she was in control. And this is all fitting together like pieces of a puzzle. She's gonna go out there, give her speech for the people who are gathered together for the meeting of the Neverland Company. She's about to transform, and he says, "No, don't do that. You're trying to basically win over a bunch of misfits. Don't project this image of perfection." Which again, I think if she wanted to project that, she could choose to look like that, at least look a lot like that. Maybe not exactly, but this is a choice. But he says, don't project like this. Be yourself. That's how you're going to win their trust. And he's right about that. So we cut back to the Teen Titans are going undercover. Just like Robin. I think it's a rule that whenever Robins go undercover, they have to wear sunglasses instead of masks. But, you know, they're just going in, and Kid Flash and Raven have another moment here. Again, it's getting a little overly obvious, but, you know, whatever. I do like this here. Starfire, this person says those contacts are sick. The way they hide your pupils, and she says, "But I have no students to hide." that's a good one. So we come back here. Beast Boy is, you know, riding in with Joran. She's talking about all the benefits of VR. They do some more stuff. He's doing some crazy eyes here, which might be a hint of things to come. Not Bendis. This is the hint of things to come in that regard. But she says, "Hey, look, I've hooked up his, he's got the VR implant. I've hooked him up to a holographic projector so you guys can see what he's seeing, what he's experienced. It's basically the ultimate fantasy, ultimate video game. He's, you know, slaying dragons here. He's a Jonah Hex here, Wild West. I like that. And of course, he would be a Green Lantern. Then he comes back down. I don't know how being in VR means that he could fly, and I don't know how this works. Again, VR seems a little iffy in these stories, but yeah, that's how we're supposed to understand it, at least. These people are all about to inject so they can experience the same stuff. Robin comes in and tries to yank him away, and he does, and he says, "Hey, look, you're helping the enemy." And he's like, "She's not the enemy, she's my friend." Well, we're gonna see about that. So the Teen Titans, they try to get Gar back on their side, but he's not interested. He feels like he belongs now. And she says, "Hey, look, if you guys don't leave us alone, I can't make you leave, but I can make him make you leave." And she's the puppet master. And this is not good. This is not a good relationship here. Also, I don't know. Back here, he's giving her the speech. What, has he known her for like 2 days and they're kissing? What's going on with this? I know he's like desperate for attention and stuff, but oh my goodness, that just seems a little silly. Where were we at? So yeah, basically she's got him against the Titans. We find out that this was part 2, and next time we've got the Puppeteer. So again, I recommend this book. It's kind of an in-between book. It's after the previous issue, after 17, where that was the setup. This is kind of the follow-through, and then we're going to get to a conclusion in the 3rd issue, I would assume, unless it keeps going from there. So again, good characters, nothing earth-shattering, but kind of a villain of the week sort of flavor, but it's good. It's quality, it's good. Got all these people against him. We're going to find out what's going to happen. And yeah, be here for that. Go pick it up if you're interested. Go pick up this book. Go pick up the previous. Go pick up the following book. Issue number, I guess 19 is what comes after 18. I think that's what they taught me in school. But again, I do recommend it, you know, for what it is. If you guys like it, let me know. If you have any thoughts, let me know. Leave a comment down below. I'll skip back to see if I have anything else to cover, just as far as random thoughts or rambles. I don't think so. This issue is pretty straightforward. I already, you know, talked about her appearance and how that's a choice in the previous issue. I do like how grumpy Damien is. He's a cool character. What I didn't say when I covered the last issue, and it kind of came back to me when I was reading this issue, is that Damien kind of blamed the bully, the kid who drove the bus off the bridge. Damien kind of blamed the bully for making it happen, and yeah, the bully shouldn't have done that, but he's also not the guy who drove a bus off a bridge. This whole thing that's been going on recently where the harassers are to blame for anything that happens. For any retaliation, it's the harasser's fault for the retaliation. I mean, it's the retaliator's fault for retaliating. It's the harasser's fault for harassing, yes. And I don't know, maybe they share some blame, but I don't know. I think people are a little... Bullies are bad, harassing is bad, depending on what you mean by harassment. If you mean free speech, then, you know, not everything you think is harassment just because someone disagrees with it, but the bully was harassing. He was unnecessarily attacking the kid for being a geek. Probably has his own issues with that, insecurities. But I did want to cover on that really quick. But in this case, it's not even the kid's fault who did drive the bus off the bridge, because it wasn't. I don't want to blame the quote unquote harasser or the bully for doing something he didn't do. He just harassed. He didn't drive a bus off a bridge. But this guy also, he wasn't in control of himself, as we know now. So it's really Neverland's fault, and we're gonna find out if that was intentional or not. Potentially, it might be her fault, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below, and I think I might be back for the next issue on this. We'll see, but I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again. Bye.